I'm excited to announce that we're having our biggest Christmas sale ever. You get our brand new 6-piece My Towels for only $29.98, or rejuvenate your bed with a My Pillow mattress topper as low as $99.99. Or how about My Pillow bed sheets for as low as $24.98? There's something for everyone. Duvets, quilts, down comforters, body pillows, bolster pillows, and so much more. Well, I know My Pillow products make for the perfect Christmas gifts, so I'm going to extend my money-back guarantee until March 1st, 2024. So go to MyPillow.com now or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get huge discounts on all My Pillow products. For example, you get our 6-piece towels for only $29.98. Or get your very own My Pillow bed sheets for as low as $24.98. It's our biggest Christmas sale ever. Get all your shopping done now while quantities last.
Canada is preparing to legalize euthanasia for people struggling with drug addiction. Canada is expected to take up the legislation next year when the country's law around medically assisted dying, also known as MAID or MAID, changes next March. It is expected to include patients with mental health issues, including substance abuse issues. Those individuals will be able to seek assisted suicide. A special parliamentary committee is expected to re-scrutinize the move within the next few months. Currently, Canada does offer medically assisted suicides. As you can see from this chart, they dramatically increased over the last few years. Back in 2016, Canada assisted in less than 1,000 suicides, but by 2021, they assisted in roughly 10,000 suicides. Joining us to discuss this is the former drug court judge and the Board of Directors Recovery for America Now Foundation, Katie Sullivan. Katie, thanks for being here. This is a hard story to discuss. I mean, nothing says you don't matter more than just, you have a problem, you're not productive in society, so the best you can do is kill yourself. What do you believe the motive is behind this legislation?
Thank you, Emerald. This is, when I read this story a week ago, I was so devastated, honestly. I think that what it says is that there is no miracle of recovery, that people who are addicted to drugs and or alcohol just simply don't matter anymore. I think that it says that your life is worth nothing when the millions of people in this country who are in recovery, myself included, over 25 years completely sober. And I know that the miracle is absolutely possible. I have to say that it is a really sad day to see that a government is offering to help people who are struggling kill themselves as opposed to getting them the help that might make them happy, joyous, and free.
I don't know what the policy, the specific policies or the environment is like in Canada related to drug issues, but when I look at the Biden administration and our government, I would say they tend toward enabling drug abuse. And then, of course, with the border issue and the flow of fentanyl across the border. So if Canada is in any way like that, you enable the drug abuse, and then you would be encouraging the drug abuser to then kill themselves.
Yeah, Canada has been held up as the pinnacle of how to handle addiction for many, many years in our government. Our government has looked to them. And some of the things that they've done well before us are safe injection sites. They actually created prescribed heroin for addicts. So doctors in Canada have been prescribing heroin to addicts. And the only, it looks like the only barrier to getting that prescription is showing that you tried to get off of heroin twice and were unable to. So there's no evidence that I can find that also includes treatment or other ideas of how to get someone sober. So in essence, the government keeps you completely addicted. It feeds your habit. It helps you take the drug, and then it kills you. That's what American Medicaid are looking at when they look at their harm reduction policies. I'm sorry, but this whole idea of harm reduction, that is the logical end. You don't matter. The government is going to created the problem, first of all, with the pill mills and the crisis. The government's now going to fix it by keeping you high, but safely high. And now we're going to kill you.
Well, and as you said, the U.S. often looks to Canada as the model on the drug, how to handle drug addiction. Real quick before we move on to another topic, do you foresee any time in which the United States, if Canada implements this policy, would follow suit?
One thing that's different between the United States and Canada, I did consider this, is the fact that we do have federalism. So I think it's a state by state issue in here. And I don't see that this quite happening soon, but I think the harm reduction policies of the Biden administration have the same end result, which is an increase in overdose deaths and getting rid, like basically not caring about these people enough to help them into the miracle of recovery.
It's extremely sad, and we'll keep following that issue. But I do want to turn to another issue, Katie. That's the New York lawsuit that's taking place right now as we speak in a New York City courtroom. Former President Donald Trump is back in court today to testify in the lawsuit brought on by the New York Attorney General. Things reportedly have gotten pretty heated between the former president and his biased judge, Arthur Engoron. According to one reporter, the judge said to Trump's lawyer, quote, "I beseech you to control him if you can. If you can't, I will. I will excuse him and draw every negative inference that I can." At one point, Trump's lawyer, Alina Habba, tells the judge that the New York Attorney General, New York AG prosecutor should ask better questions if he wants more specific answers. The judge then shouts at Habba to sit down. Trump rails, "Very, very unfair trial, and I hope the public is watching." Now, this same reporter also tweeted out that during the president's testimony, Trump unprompted lashes out at New York Attorney General James on the stand, saying, "I think she's a political hack and using this case to become governor. This is a disgrace. I think she should be ashamed of herself. The fraud is her." This is heated. So does the president even stand a chance after the judge that's pretty clear bias by what he said? And I mean, Trump is the main witness in his own trial, right? He has to be able to speak.
If I ask you a yes or no question as a lawyer, if I ask you a yes or no question and then you go on and on and on and on, at that point you can say it's yes or no. If I ask you an open-ended question, Emerald, will you describe to me what you think the president did in his case today? I have just handed the floor over to you. I have just given you an open-ended question, and I am not controlling basically the way the questioning is going to happen. So it certainly would appear as if the Attorney General's office and their lawyers are not quite equipped to control this witness, if you will, or to elicit short yes or no responses. But that would be very difficult for them to do since they basically made up a charge. It's something that doesn't really exist. The bottom line is that, the president used accountants and used everything and handled everything the way he was supposed to apply for these loans. He paid back all the interest. His partners made money. He made money. The fact that they're going back and reviewing this makes zero sense. He has followed accounting practices exactly as any executive of a large private or public corporation would do. So this is it's just befuddling how they think that there's even a valid charge in this case.
Let me ask you real quick, Katie, if you were advising or the lawyer for President Trump, some people say he is his own worst enemy, that he should not be shouting out like that, speaking out in the way that he does. Do you agree with that, or do you think Donald Trump is doing what he should be doing?
I believe as a lawyer, you have to represent your client. So your client ultimately has to pay the price for anything that happens. So you provide them advice, and then they can either take your advice or not take your advice. I believe that President Trump is as very smart strategically. I'm sure the lawyer has provided their advice, whether that be blow up or not blow up. That's between them, because that should be completely privileged, even though they keep breaching that privilege for President Trump. And then in the end, your client does what they want. They have the right to do that in court.
Well, having covered Donald Trump for as many years as I have, I am sure that they have provided him with that advice. And we all know that at the end of the day, Donald Trump, adheres to what he wants to do, especially when it comes with freedom of speech. And look, I mean, many people watch this and understand it gets more attention, I guess, than it would if he wasn't giving back those heated exchanges, and it shines a light on it. Some people might not even see what's going on, except for it gets these headlines because it did turn into a heated response. Thank you so much, Katie Sullivan. It's always good to see you and get your perspective.
Thank you, Emerald. Thank you so much.
Over the weekend, pro-Hamas supporters flew in from all over the country and poured into Washington, D.C. Protesters took to the streets to let their terrorist sympathizing beliefs be known. We watched as video flooded social media showing these terrorist sympathizers destroying statues and spewing anti-Semitic slogans. The terrorist sympathizers even turned their rage onto President Joe Biden, whom they had supported. They accused the president of leading the genocide against the people residing in Gaza. They also attempted to break the front gate, blocking the White House, all in an attempt to get in. Looks like an insurrection to me. The Secret Service even attempted to instruct protesters to get away from the gate, but they ignored their orders. A protest like this destructive would normally make its way onto the cover of the New York Times or Washington Post, but alas, it did not. Instead, the Washington Post buried the terrorist sympathizers' violent protests several pages into their paper. And if you're wondering what the police response to all of this was, well, there was none. D.C. police tweeted this out saying, quote, several minor incidents, including property damage, were reported during First Amendment activity in the district this weekend. There were no major incidents reported. So far, only one person was arrested. So, if you're wondering when the Biden DOJ will begin prosecuting these terrorist sympathizers showing up at their door and with the FBI to raid them, well, we beg you not to hold your breath. Up next, unvaccinated sperm is all the rage these days. Dr. Naomi Wolf joins us next to discuss that and much, much more.
My Towels solved a problem that we've all had with towels. You go into the stores and they feel lotiony and soft, but then you get them home and they wind dry you. That's why I made My Towels. They actually work, they're soft, and they absorb. And now I'm excited to announce 2 brand new lines of My Towels. What makes them the best towels ever is they're now made with 100% long staple Shapir cotton. This is a combed ring spun cotton that makes My Towels even softer and more absorbent than ever. And now you get a 6-piece set for an amazing introductory sale price as low as $29.98. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get My Towels for only $29.98. Or you can get my designer premium line for just $20 more. Either way, you save 50% now on all My Towels. They actually work. What a concept. This offer won't last long, so please order now.
mypillow.com.
You asked and we listened. We've taken your suggestions and we've made our already amazing Percale bed sheets even better. As a thank you, we're bringing these to you for as low as $24.98 with your promo code. And our new line of Percale bed sheets include everything you loved about our original sheets. Lightweight, durable, breathable, and they sleep cool and crisp. But now, because of you, they're made with 100% long staple cotton and the highest thread count to date. These sheets are softer and more durable than ever before. Plus, they come in all these new colors and styles. And you'll be getting 5-star luxury sheets delivered directly to your front door for as low as $24.98. Not only that, they come with our 10-year warranty and the 60-day money-back guarantee. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen now. Use your promo code to save 50% or more. That's as low as $24.98. This introductory offer won't last long, so please order now.